Welcome friends, this is my another video in the segment of object-oriented programming, and today I am going to discuss things regarding scope resolution operator and static keyword and how these things will be affecting the object-oriented programming. Friends, do like, share and subscribe my videos. It will encourage me to make other videos for you and for your knowledge. So let's start. PHP, and we'll just do like this. Okay, we just declare a class. So my favorite topic is class relatives. Just declare a class relatives. So when we have this class relatives, we say that what does the relative do? They have public, static. Just mind the static keyword here. Static dollar name. And one other thing is they do have is the features of them. Every relative is bad in the on terms. This function, and we say that public function any name in good times, and other is right, or we can have another function like that, and in bad times just we do BAD. So first class is being declared here. So friends, remember one thing: if we are however just declare one more property without static keyword, so that I may give you the full clarity why static is being used and where static shouldn't be used. Features: what are the things relative has name, features, and they may have some good features in them also. Good underscore features, and we just do it like bad underscore features. So in the public function good names, yes. So friends, when we are using static keyword with any of the member variables, remember we have to do one thing: we have to use only self keyword. We cannot use dollar this to uh, give the value to attain the to refer to the member variable. We cannot just do dollar this. We have to use a self keyword here, and I'll be showing you that the array is being given there and why the array is being there. So we just do one thing. I just first do the wrong thing. Dollar this name is equal to dollar value like this, and I just equal that out. And second is I just give the good features. This will be accessed as we haven't declared this as the static. So remember this cannot be accessed by the self keyword because this is not static. We can have the class object, or in the static we can directly access things, or we can have write like relatives semicolon good times. We can directly access these things. And what could be the relative name? We can say any uncle. We can write like this uncle, and just see what happens. Using dollar $this when not in object context, line number 12. So it gives us the error key dollar $this. This is not in the object context. So we use self keyword here, dollar self. Now we see what happens. Yes, it is now showing the exact. It is now functioning out the exactly. It is functioning now. So we cannot use dollar $this when we use static keyword here. We have to use the self keyword. And if we are using self keyword here, we can directly access this property like relatives. Directly, it can directly access name. It can directly access name. We can echo this thing out. Echo and we must give one beer tag here so that you can see this thing clearly. So we can see yes, uncle is being there, so we can access this property. Like we know this uncle is being, this name is being directly accessed by the class name, scope resolution operator, then name. We can directly access this name. Now by declaring the dollar object underscore relatives is equal to new, we can say relatives. Okay, so dollar object accesses name. Okay, so let's see what happens. No, undefined variable object. Okay, dollar object new relative. This is we have defined this. Okay, dollar. I need to get this. Now let's see undefined property relatives dollar name. Okay, we can use dollar here. We'll see what happens. No, nothing is there. That says the cannot access empty property or undefined variable name. Yes, that is undefined. We can only access it like this. Relatives dollar name, it is not able to recognize that thing. Or while if I do to the good features, it will be able to access that, but won't show any value. So we can give the value to that feature like good relatives extinct species. Okay, now we need to echo this out, and that's right. We can access the non-static member variable by declaring the object and then referring to that object. Now would know that how this member variable and static keyword functions. So these have three things: static, the constant is there. We know the constant is Vishal. I can use my name is equal to self-praising. It's always self-praising. So remember, guys, this is the second thing. We can directly access constants. Okay, I can directly access constant here. So I can write like this and this. So first thing is static. What do static does? What do static function? First thing is in the member variable case, we need to give self to refer to the static member variable, and in the case of constants, we use static keyword, and last and the third, if we have another class. Okay, friends. Friends are, we are lucky to have friends. They are the only things we can choose. The relatives are like given to us and we cannot do anything, but lucky to have friends. Okay, so we say that class friends and relatives, we just echo out the function, public function in good time. I'm just changing the name in good time, not times, time, and in referring, or I can use good times here because if this property will be overloading. So if I need to refer in the good times some property of the relative, then I can use something like this parent scope resolution operator, or it has some other name, PAM-AM, Niku.am. So we can say it either scope resolution operator or PAM-AM, Niku.am. Parent accesses, we can say that in bad times like this, and I just give it the value, don't not exist anymore with some random thing, and echo this out or echo this out here. We can echo this out here. only. Let's see what happens. Nothing has happened. We haven't called the function of this, friends. So we make the object relatives instead of here, friends, and object relatives. So name is same here. Don't bother. I will change this name. Okay. So I will access in good times here. Access to good times. It is a function. So I will do like this. Okay. Dollar value. Okay, we can have dollar value. We need to remove this dollar value. Okay, now just check it out what happens. Just to give another PR tag for the clarity purposes. ठीक है, so we are accessing the overridden property. We are accessing the overridden property. In the overridden property, we use the parent keyword and scope resolution operator, and we are accessing this in bad times here, and this is functioning exactly like we wanted. So we can conclude that in the cases of member variable, if we use any member variable as static, we need to use self keyword, and it cannot be used in the like we declare a instantiate object and we use $this, that they do not occur here. And something like constant, in the case of constant we can directly refer to the constant and use the static keyword. And the last and the third is in overridden properties. In case of overridden properties, we can use parent keyword here to access the functioning, that it means that it exists in the parent class. Parent we have used here, self we have used here, Vishal, the constant keyword we have used here, and in the case of static, we can directly access the static member variable, like we use the relatives and directly access the static member variable. But in the case of simple variable like good feature, we cannot access it directly. We need to instantiate and make object and then access to the member variable. Okay, thank you.